One of the unique aspects of TGS, and I see this as a privilege in many ways. Our community supports, yes, financially, but also in every way that you can think about it, what we're doing here. And so what comes with that is a responsibility to do the work well, but it also gives flexibility in making sure that when there are pressing things that we need to discuss, that we're not having to talk to a bunch of different stakeholder groups. We get to talk to our stakeholders about what matters. And so I spend my days trying to make sure that I'm in sync there. I have the privilege of not having to worry about other interests that may not align with what we're thinking about here. And because of that, too, we lean all the way into the discussion. So yes, civic engagement, politics, it's a part of what we do here at TGS. We have the platform to do it. We have the track record of the people that are in elected office and seeking office, that have spent time here for a lot of different reasons. But I don't think it is acceptable, frankly, in this moment, to not fully engage in what this moment requires. Welcome. So this is the gathering spot. I heard AJ say that, talking about the art. So all of the art, we work with local artists and want to support them. So we don't operate it like a gallery, operate it with the goal of trying to make sure that people can have their work up.
I love this. We're here at the original location, which I love.
Thank you.
When you think about just the milestones and memories that you have building this out, just run me through this. Look at this wall. This is incredible.
I appreciate you. There's so many memories in here, right? It's been 10 years. So I remember building this place. I remember the early days when it was just us, it felt like, and our team. But since then, there's just so many special things that we've been able to host and people that we've been able to bring together. Biggest figures of our time, but also small business owners that had their idea here and got funded here and have scaled here. People that have met their friends here, right? So when I look around, that's what I think about. Think about the people that have decided to spend some time with us over the years. And I'm more than anything, I'm humbled. I look at moments like this. That's Ambassador Andrew Young giving a masterclass, impromptu, in the middle of the restaurant. So that's me trying to absorb. Ambassador Young is our oldest member. He's 93 years old.
Wow.
But to have a legend just sitting in the middle of the restaurant, giving us wisdom, and then to go down, and that's Nike. That's one of the biggest brands in the world, right? And then to look up and it's like, wow, that's Vice President Harris, right? But like, that's Malcolm D. Lee. He made one of my favorite movies. It's just been a lot of different moments that really make TGS what it is. So this is a small glimpse of what has been 10 years of connecting people.
And when you think about the diversity in your community here, you know, being Black is not a monolith. You have so many different ranges of Black professions and just variety of Blackness. Talk to me a little bit about that.
It's us and all of who we are. Is professional us, it's social us, it's big business us, it's small business us, it's creative us. That's the thing that I love about what we get a chance to do. We have important breakfast meetings in the morning, but we also like to have a good time in the evening, right? And so part of what we're trying to explore here is like, who's writing all of these rules about how and when we're supposed to associate with one another? Because we're not a monolith, right? As a people, but honestly as individuals, right? Like, people themselves represent tremendous amount of diversity. They're getting real things done, but then also loving the opportunity just to be able to relax. So I want to explore all of that, right? That's my job every single day, is to make sure that you're comfortable no matter what mode you're in. If you want to be social you or business you, the gathering spot is a home to make that happen. That's the push every single day. Some of this stuff is even, if I'm being honest, like somewhat emotional, right? This is John Singleton's last talk in Atlanta. We got an opportunity to talk to him about the 25th anniversary of Boys in the Hood. This was a 3-hour-long discussion with him talking about, his career, but like his passion, right? Like just like the work.
Exactly.
And we didn't know, obviously, this would be the last time that he was going to be in Atlanta talking in that way, right? But like, right in our event space, that was a moment that happened here. I think this was our second year. It's overwhelming in a sense when I think about just the amount of things that we've been able to just be a part of, right? And that's how I look at it. We do curate, but we're partnering with people to try to bring these moments together, which is what makes it exciting. The fortunate part about all of this is this, and I don't want to sound cliche in this.
Yeah.
This is from our soul. Like, this is from our spirit, right? Like, I don't look at this is my job or like a thing that I just happen to do.
Yeah.
I really I care about what we're doing here. I really do think it makes a big difference. I know and have seen the impact that it has when people connect with one another. So again, this isn't a casual thing for me. Like, I believe in this deeply. And our team does, and the membership community does. I mean, the fact that we survived COVID.
You have places like Newhouse that, are closing down, and that speaks volumes on what you guys are doing here at the Gathering Spot.
Not only did we not close, thankfully,
but
we grew during that time period and have had really, really, really low attrition. The membership community, to the tune of 97% during COVID, stayed here.
Wow.
We had 3% attrition. Unheard of in this industry.
Absolutely.
Especially unheard of, though, when you can't physically come here, right? So part of the quest is not to just have this be, I'm a member of a physical place that I come check in and check out of, but I belong and I'm part of a community.
Absolutely.
And that travels way further than just being a participant in a space.
Absolutely.
We have spaces, again, because it's the container, it's what makes it possible. But that's not what the work is. The work is about the relationships. And so standing here, this space has transformed a lot. So going back to the space for a second, we have built so many different, depending on when you're talking about, I could show you pictures of just almost whole universes that were built here. Because when you think about how do you connect people, you've got to give folks new you've got to present new experiences for them. So we've built a lot over the years.
So you talked a little bit on your socials about how a lot of social clubs are trying to be too exclusive. When you think about the heart of the Gathering Spot, what is it that you want people to know that's different from other social clubs out there?
The thing that we're trying to do here is to make sure that while we do vet, right, and make sure that we know who's here, it's not about keeping anybody out. It's really about making sure that people, again, have a context to know one another better. And while there are other models out there that have pursued this in a lot of different ways, our work has never really been about how the industry thinks about it. It's about just a very basic idea that if people can see one another, we win. So because of that, I don't follow the rules that the industry has traditionally had. I want as many people as possible to be a part of this experience, because that's where good things happen. In contrast to our dining space, this is an entirely different need. This is a place where people really are going to sit and build, a lot of times, small businesses, but there's so many great ideas that have come out of this part of the club, where the restaurant is more social.
Absolutely.
This is more where the stuff happens, where the work happens.
You guys recently just launched the Safe House initiative in response to Trump's police force, and that's very admirable in the times that we're in. Tell me a little bit about that and just the whole entire idea and premise.
So Safe House is a continuation of really an effort that we've had our entire time in business, right? We've always looked for ways to bring the community into the Gathering Spot. Yes, we are a membership club, but we see ourselves as having a real responsibility to show up when the moment requires it. So this moment requires us, especially in DC, to be a place where people can come and be safe and get work and eat and attend experiences. And while our model is about membership, our purpose is about community. And so we can pause on the membership piece of this to really prioritize community being at the center of what we're doing. So safe house now, but we opened during COVID to folks that needed a place to organize. We opened in many occasions. When the fires were in LA, we opened that club to make sure that people had access to a place to go. We have always thought about this as a very community-rooted place. And because of that, Safe House was just like this way for us to be able to serve. All of our clubs have these same components. They have event space, they have restaurant, they have workspace, because I will never abandon the idea that those are the main ways that people think about what their needs are.
Absolutely.
They need to work, they need to eat, or they need to meet people.
You guys just launched, number one, a few new tiers for the membership. It's absolutely incredible because you're giving people an option to join and gather here at your community. Tell me a little bit about the new tiers and what they'll entail.
So after 10 years, right, we originally, with our membership model, had everyone have the exact same membership.
Okay.
And the reason for that was driven by the idea that I didn't want anybody here to not be on equal footing. And I would go to places and sometimes it would be like, well, do you want the big membership or the small membership? And what I didn't like is that sometimes you felt like what those titles were. If you had the big membership, you felt big. And if you had the small one, you felt small. And so we resisted that. Now, this moment requires something a little bit different. So now that our values are established here, everyone here is on equal footing. Now we can think about new ways to welcome other folks into the community at price points that make sense for them. So we introduced Access, and we're calling it an Access membership. It's $100 a year.
Okay.
And it doesn't come with all of the privileges that come with what is our premium membership, but it does give you an opportunity to join the effort here. And I'm really excited about it, right? Because again, no new values here, but a new model to match the current realities of this moment, right? So I don't want anybody to be thinking about the gathering spot and be saying, there really is just no way for me to access what that community is about. Access is going to be a really unique and exciting chapter. This is the workspace. So we were able to take over what was formerly WeWork space. And what's been great about it is that it still provides all of the different work environments that we need for our membership. So we have a really unique partnership with Morehouse that we're excited about for what's called a Center for Excellence in Education. And then the rest of the space are multi-use spaces. So right now, one of our members is shooting her podcast here, but then we have a row of private offices as well.
And you just casually threw it in there that, you guys just casually took over the WeWork space. That's incredible as a Black entrepreneur and owner. Like, kudos to you guys.
I appreciate it. It's interesting how life takes you full circle in many ways. So when we were starting TGS, you couldn't really raise capital without talking about WeWork. So to now be in what was formerly WeWork space, and WeWork has continued on as a company, but for this to be what was a part of their footprint, and then now us to be operating in it, it's interesting how life, where and how life will take you.
This is pretty incredible.
We have always known that if you don't tell your story, someone else may tell it for you, right? So we've taken the time at different points in the business to show and talk about what's happened here. This first book is about the first 4 years of the business. And so it starts with really what animated this whole journey. I wanted to be a lawyer growing up. I went to Georgetown for undergrad, Georgetown Law in DC. But I came back home to Atlanta and was working at a law firm. George Zimmerman was on trial for Trayvon Martin's murder. And I was watching that case pretty closely while I was at the law firm. When George Zimmerman was acquitted of Trayvon Martin's murder, I got an email from some friends, and the subject of the email was, what are we going to do? And I responded back to them basically with the idea to build the gathering spot. I wanted a place where we could come to talk about that issue, but to talk about other things. I realized that after college, we had lost a place to be able physically to meet, but also where thought leaders were coming on a regular basis and where we really knew consistently that we could go there. So I responded back talking about that need. And then the next day sent a version of that concept to my former roommate at the time, now business partner, TK. And I said, look, I have an idea for a place, and I really would like for you to help me make this idea into a business. And so this book has those first couple of emails, and it has the first business plan for TGS, and it's all of the early decisions that we had to make, right? All of the potential logos that we were exploring, and all of the people, right? We're fortunate that the first member of this team, 10 years later, still here. The second member of our team, 10 years later, still here. So it talks about those people and how we met and what we were talking about. There's so many different moments. There's a political section here. We've welcomed everyone from former President Biden to Vice President Harris. There are very few places where I can pivot from the most well-known politician in the world to the most well-known artist to the most well-known brand. And all of those moments happens here at the gathering spot. So this first part of the space is event space. We can host any type of event, from cocktail parties, city plated dinners, full activations. We built whole worlds up here. My favorite part about it is one of the best views of the city, especially at night. You can see from Buckhead all the way through downtown, especially in the evening time, to be able to come and get this perspective on the city, because you can see it all.
Absolutely. And just coming into this space, it makes you feel like you're not even in Atlanta. I said when you first walked in, it feels as though you're in Tulum or you're in Joshua Tree.
Yeah,
it is truly a retreat.
We wanted this to be a true contrast, and it is. It's a retreat. It's an escape for folks, which is my favorite part about this one. Right?
Yeah.
We have a good time here, but we can host this first part. We're hosting every type of thing that you can imagine. There are many bars here, so we know how to build. Yeah, we know how to build a good experience.
Absolutely.
Second part of this club, but honestly, one of the more important parts of this club is the restaurant. Take dining really seriously at every gathering spot location, but the dining experience here, especially in the evening time, is really special.
Wow.
So
yeah,
starts with a bar. It goes into a full dining experience. In contrast to the other side was a view of the city. This is a view of the state. It's got a beautiful look at the sunset. And that's my favorite part about this part of the dining experience.
this part gives me the feeling of an amazing elite hotel when you're on vacation, you know?
We wanted it to feel a little bit like you're on vacation or any of that. Like, It's like that you get a chance to get away from whatever's going on in the world. This is a private dining room. This is meant for another place of connection, but this bookshelf is important to us because many of the books that are displayed here are books where the author did a talk at TGS or a book signing where we've had some sort of connection, or they are books that are just important to the community broadly.
Wow, this is fantastic in here, and the aroma is so pleasant. Those little parts are super important.
So the part of the club that folks really enjoy is the pool.
Wow.
So this entire outdoor space is meant for people to, again, common theme here, disconnect, relax. We've got cabanas here that folks will come and bring friends and just sit and be able to hang out. And that is, again, one of my favorite parts of what Retreat's about.
So we're here at the fourth location of TGS, and obviously this is super incredible.
Thank you.
I want to talk about you guys recently securing $30 million. About that.
So, I mean, we've been raising money throughout the entire time, right?
Yeah.
So our first round was $3 million, and over time that number has definitely grown. There's a lot of lessons in raising capital, but to me, the thing that I'm most proud of is that it has helped us be able to really expand on our mission.
Yes.
We've been able to build other locations, expand our programs. This season is more of that same effort, right? We're securing or have secured some additional capital to keep going and to continue to keep expanding with really the goal of making sure that our community has access to the best resources available. Real estate is really important in that.
Yes.
And so that is honestly where I spend most of the capital that we raise. I spend it on trying to make sure that our people have the best places to go.
And when you think about staying authentic in nature, I know you talked a little bit about how you guys pour into Black-owned businesses being a part of the entire ecosystem here at TGS. Do you guys go looking for them, or is it a collaborative effort?
It's collaborative, but I mean, we're super intentional, right? If it does not come to us, we're going to go find it, whatever it is. But certainly when we're talking about Black-owned businesses, we are specific, right? We want to make sure that we are participating. And I've got a friend here, Dr. Key, who owns a company called the Village Market.
Yes.
And she talks about all the time this idea of support as a verb, right? It's an action. So we believe that here, right? If we're going to need whatever sort of service, if there is a Black-owned business that we can partner with to make that happen, we're absolutely going to do it. For me, I think a lot of times when we talk about, especially in this climate, DEI, and I like to use the word intentional. Yeah. Right. And if you have core values, the acronyms may be changing, right? And we can talk about how I feel about a lot of those transitions. But our work isn't going to change, right? Our work isn't going anywhere. And there are a lot of small Black-owned businesses that we partner with, from the folks that partner with us on our janitorial services to the people that partner with us on all of the plants that you see up here. The list goes on and on. All right, we work with a lot of great companies. So.
I love this. And when you think about infrastructure and building out, we know that you want to take Retreat to other locations, but what is it looking like for the future?
I'm on a complete hunt, right, for lack of a better way to say that, for real estate, right? And we have membership communities in 5 cities where we don't have space. Okay. New York, Chicago, Detroit, Houston, and Charlotte. And so I am looking all the time for the best locations, but even outside of just those cities, we need inspiring places for our community to come together. Yes. Whether that's a gathering spot, which to us is very focused on experiences and work, or Retreat, which is focused on wellness and relaxation. Whatever we can find that allows us to join a community, that's important to me. Yeah. We're not trying to come anywhere. Like, coming to a city is not the goal. Joining a community is what we're trying to really prioritize. So that involves meeting people. That involves taking the long route and really understanding how a city moves and what's already happening there. And then once all of that's done, we join the community with what TGS does every single day, which is connect people.